Hello guys, welcome to my channel, welcome to Ninja D. My name is Diana. If you're new here, please feel at home, and if you're a subby, thank you very much for returning. So I'm trying to uplift my spirit because I was supposed to do this video in the morning and I was ready by 8 to start shooting the videos because I wanted to do the videos for the entire week today. But also, my neighbor decided that today is the day she's going to play music. So she's been playing music from 7 a.m. till now, that is almost 3 p.m. And I had to just wait. You know, these things happen. But nonetheless, I'm determined to shoot this video now that she has stopped playing the music. We are going to shoot the video and hopefully, I get my energy back because, wow, psyche. Anyway, so I was scrolling TikTok as usual. I don't have a TikTok account. I know in this generation, Diada, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? You don't have a TikTok account. I don't. But you still scroll. I still scroll TikTok. So I need to do that. I need to have a TikTok account. I need to be on TikTok. I need to be. So I'm going to do that today. Hopefully, I'm going to do that today. Anyway, so I was scrolling TikTok and I saw that people were mad at Massage by Steve. I've seen that guy because I'm not on TikTok. I don't know people very well. I don't follow a lot of people. I don't follow, not I don't follow a lot. I don't follow nobody. I don't have an account. So anything that pops up is what I see. I don't have. So I've seen Massage. I don't know. It's the Canairo guy. I've seen him here and there. He's a good guy. Not a. He's a good looking guy. Let me just say that he's a good looking guy. I've watched his content before, not a lot. I don't even understand the kind of content I've watched from him, but I remember I've seen him. I know I've seen him before, not once, not twice, because he's fairly famous on TikTok. So people are mad at him, and I was like, why are people mad at this guy? Why? What did he do? And then I heard that he hates children. I'm like, ooh, hate is a strong word. Hate is a strong word to use. So where did he say this? Where did he say that he hated children? So on doing my research, it was at Obinna's channel. So I had to go and watch the interview because I was curious. Why would somebody say why would somebody say that? So I went to Obinna's channel and I saw the interview. I was disappointed. I was very disappointed because Oga Obinna is supposed to be a journalist. When you are a journalist, there are some kind of things that you don't put emotion into it. You don't put your emotion, your personal feelings. Should affect your job. But Oga Obinna, because honestly, what we want is gist. You are supposed to get more tea, but you you decided to get into your feelings and decided to end to change the topic because it was like, what did he say? Oh, let's not talk about it because I'm not trying to convince you. I'm like, we don't want you to convince him, but we want tea. We want tea because normally when somebody uses this kind of words, hate, for me in my book is a strong word, and he did it intentionally. So my first question could have been, why? Please give us the tea. Why? What did these little creatures, these bundles of joy do to you? What did they do to you? That is the first question I was expecting. Oh, I didn't get an answer. So I continue listening. I was expecting, what are you doing about it? Now that you know, see, if somebody tells you that they hate children, first logical question according to me is why? But maybe that is not that important. Maybe that not maybe that not that is not important. You see, there's no way you can hate kids. Maybe that is not important to you. But the next question could have been then, what are you doing about it. What are you doing to make sure that you are not going to bring a child in this world? What have you done about it? What are you doing about it? Are you practicing celibacy? You didn't ask that because you are in your feelings. The next thing you could have asked, what method, if not, if you are not celibate, you are not practicing celibacy, so what are you doing? What methods of family planning as a man are you using? Because one, don't tell me you are using a condom. Don't tell me you are using a condom. If you decide that the term you are going to use is hatred, you hate, and the word was hate. So that I think you are very sure that you don't want this. You don't want this. So, have you done is it vasectomy? Have you done that to make sure? Because you have to play your part. Or is it that according to you, Steve, me, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Is it a woman's job to make sure that you don't sire another child in this world? You don't bring forth another child in this world? Because I'm expecting, if you've decided that this is your stand, then it's your responsibility as a person, as a man who has decided this, to make sure that whatever happens, you don't bring a child into this world. Because you don't want them. But all those questions, see, I can't get mad at him because all these things were not asked. Nobody asked him all these questions, and those are the relevant questions that we needed in order to decide whether we are going to hate him or not. So me, I'm here, I don't have a reason to hate him. Kamama. Kamama. But Kamamas, hey Kamama, you are in your feelings. Why? Because I saw people saying, oh, this guy is getting arrogant. I'm like, why? So you want him to lie. You want him to lie so that another innocent girl, who is there, who is there having a crush on him or dating him, hoping that I can trap him with a child. So maybe this guy is not doing everything to prevent. But if you know this as a woman who is dealing with this guy, then you know that you are not, you know that you are supposed also to do everything in your power not to get pregnant by him. Because you know he's not going to be part of that child. He doesn't want to be. He has told you this. So why do we hate him for saying that? A lot of men are deadbeat dads out here. Maybe they felt the same sentiment, but they didn't have the courage to say it. And you are there with their children that they don't want. Or maybe they told you, but they didn't use these strong words. So you are like, oh, maybe he loves his own. I don't fault somebody for saying what they feel. Don't fault somebody for saying what they feel. If they feel that way, what are they doing to make sure that they don't find themselves in that situation? If they're doing nothing, then yes, we'll have a reason to hate him. But somebody who has told you who they are, so you know how to handle it, you know how to deal with him. Are you planning, Kamamas, to give that guy your children to babysit for you? If you are hoping that he's going to babysit your children for you, you know better now. At least you know. At least you know. He has told you in advance. So you know, don't, if you are related to the guy, or if you're in a relationship to that guy, don't give that guy your children. He didn't say that Kamamas come. He didn't say that he hates single women or not single mother. He didn't say that he hates women. This one that I hear, oh, your audience. His audience are not kids. His audience are not baby. If he has said this and the audience were baby, then he had something to worry about. But his audience are not babies. His audience are women. So you say women and maybe men. Me, I don't know. I don't know who the audience are, but I've heard that his audience are women, single mothers. He doesn't hate you. He just doesn't want to be part of your child's life. So why are you? At least you know, if you had those feelings, I know your heart. I know it hurts. I know your heart. Oh, excuse my brass strap. I don't know how to hide it again. I know maybe it hurts to see that somebody you are crushing on is telling you that they don't want uh, they don't want children. Maybe you had hopes, but now you know. At least you know. So you know that trapping him with a child is not going to work. You know that. So at least he has told you. So if you go date him, you right now you are in your feelings instead of being logical about this. If you go date him thinking that you are going to change him, and then or you are going to trap him with pregnancy, and then years down the line you come here online to tell us, oh, he's a deadbeat. My dear, he didn't want your child in the first place, so why are you telling us that? Why did you get pregnant for him? Why? It's both of you. I'll still blame him, but kidogo, because he told you. He told you. He is telling you right now that he doesn't want that and he's not going to change his mind. So because we don't know whether there are measures he has put in place to make sure, so we are going to assume that he doesn't. But I can't even assume that to use that to hate him. I can't hate him, honestly. Me, I'm not joining that bandwagon of, no. I think he did good by telling us, because there are a lot of people who don't want kids and they don't say it because of the pressure from society. They go ahead and have children and then they abandon them, and then they come back after the child is all grown to look for them, because he has no problem with grown-ups. He only has a problem with those. And I know people who don't like small kids. They fear small kids. Some of them is just fear. Some of them think they can break the kids. They don't want anything to do with those kids. Some of them are like, so this child can't tell me when they're just crying. So what is wrong? Why are you crying? You won't even know why they're crying. They can't explain to you. So there are people who don't have that patience to deal with that. So when you get married to, or when you get pregnant by this kind of man, and then they leave you during those periods, and then come back when your child is maybe 10 years, and you want to be, now you know. Now you know. Even women, there are women who don't want children, but they won't say. Those are me, I believe if you give birth to your child, and then decide to go and abandon that child, someone, and put them, abandon them and give them to your mothers, clearly you are not ready to have a child. So when people say this, there are parents who, I've seen even mothers these days, they don't care whether their children eat or they don't eat. They really don't care. I've seen it. They don't, as long as they are full, they don't care. Those are people who should have not been mothers because they didn't want to in the first place. But because she's married and society expects her husband expects her, and she didn't have the courage to say, no, I don't want children, she went ahead and had children, and now she doesn't give a F what happens to those kids. Whether you eat, you don't eat, at the end of the day, she doesn't care. Those are the kind of mothers that they will put themselves first, their need first, before the need of their children. So when somebody has the courage to say that, you know what, don't give me your children, don't have a child for me because I hate them, you know better. You know better. You know how to handle this. You know, but at least you know who they are. It doesn't necessarily mean they are is a bad person. Those are thoughts that should have excused the noise. Oh, some thoughts should just be left as thoughts. No. You need to tell people your stand in this thing so that people don't make mistakes. So that if you love him, you are in a relationship with him, you know the kind of things to avoid, so that you don't blame him. If somebody tell you who they are from the beginning and then they start showing you, I've told you who I am, and when I start to show you in action, you want to blame me because what? I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you. What is wrong about people telling you who they are so you know how to handle them, how to deal with them? Listen, I saw he did he did another video saying that he's not going to apologize, and I'm with him for this. Don't apologize for telling people who you are. As long as you're not, affecting somebody's life, it's okay. As long as it doesn't affect anybody, it's okay. As long as he doesn't bring a child in this world because he hates children, it's okay for me. It's really okay. So when you are somebody who wants to get into a relationship with him, at least you know your stand. You know the do's and don'ts. I like people who are just forward, so you know what you're getting into. Imagine if men could just tell you for front that, you know what, me, I can't be faithful. I can't be faithful. You don't need to hate such men. You just choose. He has given you a choice. What is wrong with people giving you choices? He has given you a choice. You can choose to be in that relationship and suffer and endure cheating, or leave. This is somebody who has given you a choice before. So you choose wisely. Why do you hate choice? Why do you hate choice? You are given the power to choose the kind of thing. He has given you power to choose if you want to deal with him or you don't. If you want, that guy has just given you the power as a woman who is interested in him, who loves kids, to choose. If you can stand being without a child, then go for it. If not, then leave before you get too attached. So I don't see the problem with that. Anyway, I don't know what you think. Do you think that he should apologize? Or do you think that he should have just kept quiet? Or do you appreciate the honesty and the power that he has given you to choose if you are a woman who is willing or who wants to be in a relationship with him? Please leave it in the comment section. I am pro. What he did was okay. He used strong words, but it's okay. Those strong words maybe is to make sure that you know that he's never going to change his mind. So it's okay. He's not harming anybody. He has made a decision for himself. He has not decided that for you. Anyway, I love you and leave you until next time. Bye bye.